Welcome back to Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about the KO oversized version of the TFC Uranus. And I want to get out of the way first that I have fought to not buy any versions of Superion for a masterpiece scale until I felt a true masterpiece one was coming. And yes, we're getting that with Zeta. But I got this for such a cheap deal, and it's going to be a great comparison to the Zeta Toys one, and to show just how much better Zeta is. But now I've got this, and I actually have a bit of appreciation for it. And I passed on it for years. I think this came out in 2014, and they put it out. I'm going to say that it's not fair to really judge TFC based on a KO company. And the other thing I want to say is that the Zhejiang made an upgraded version. When we get to the Combiner Wars one, we'll talk about that. First off, if you look at the head here, it does not look G1 at all. I don't know what they were going for with it. It just looks terrible. Like, starting with a bad head sculpt. Moving down into... so they did have some things, and I think it was $500 for the original TFC. Then they came out with this chest plate and a few other pieces that made it... well, it's an upgrade kit, which is kind of silly that they would charge you for an upgrade kit. They can't get it right the first time. And then going down, it just looks so kibbly. Just kibbly, junky. I don't know why they did it like that. Next, I want to talk about this arm, which it's almost as if like they maybe Hasbro copied them, but no, they copied each other because they were around the same time. But what's up with we have this Alpha Bravo? It looks like Alpha Bravo on his arm there. I mean, I know this is a space shuttle and this is a helicopter, but man, doesn't that kind of, that's a reminisce of each other, a reminisce, whatever. But we know that Alpha Bravo was made to be blades on another combiner down the road, the Protectobots. So, but it bothered me with this. It bothers me with this. If anybody has an extra arm or even another whole set, I'll buy a whole extra set just to get an extra arm, as cheap as this guy is, just so it looks more G1-ish. That arm drives me nuts. I almost want to just take it off. But anyway, the other thing, and I'm going to sound like I'm bashing on this, but I actually like it. It's the size. It looks like a Superion, but it's just, it looks close, but definitely not there. The gun is just the front nose cone of Silverbolt, and it turns into, there's the barrel, and then the landing gear come out, and that's its gun. Like, that's supposed to be, this is supposed to be this. There's a gun from a G1. No. But that was part of their upgrade kit. Hey, you know what? You don't like the weird nonsense we just did, we'll sell you an upgrade kit, but I don't like using it as a gun because it doesn't hold very well. So next I want to talk about a comparison to the Combiner Wars. Now, this is actually Unite Warriors. This has all the upgrades with the chest plate and all that. Around the Black Friday season, so back in November, TFSource had the Zhejiang for $109.99. The Zhejiang Jet Commander, which is a KO oversized version of this, which is about that size, maybe a little bigger, hopefully a little bigger. And I fought the urge because I was buying so much stuff, and I don't need another because I'm waiting for Zeta, and I actually went all in on Zeta. So with that, I regret it now. For $109, I think the Zhejiang was a pretty good deal, to tell you the truth, Jet Commander, because this is cool. And as many people bash the Combiner Wars and talk trash about the hollowness and this, that, and another, this was, at the time in 2013 or 12 when it came out, a good figure. It just was undersized. And if they could have sized it up big enough to compete, I would have been on it no matter what. But I think the Zhejiang just misses the height mark, and you're going to see this misses the height mark just a little bit. There's also ways to cheat with that, but let's get into some more comparisons here. Okay, so for comparison to the Combiner Wars Devastator. Now, this is not the Combiner Wars Devastator. This is the Unite Warriors, just like the other one. I actually got both of those my Unite Warriors off the same guy, and he gave me a heck of a deal. I could not, he made me a deal, an offer I could not refuse, and I took it. But anyway, I think that this guy looks good and he scales well, and I really started collecting combiners to scale with him. When I say starting, I only got like 2, but anyway, he looks good, and he's got all of the upgrades with the foot upgrade, which if you get a Combiner Wars one and you go that scale, you need a foot upgrade. That foot was just dumb. But yes, I think that this thing scales relatively well with them. A little short, you can cheat. Now, if it's within a few inches, like 2 inches, I think you can cheat on a Masterpiece shelf. All you do is put something underneath it, like maybe like what I use. I use broken granite from a granite place that they're going to throw out anyway. Clean it up real good, and then use that in my displays. So I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can use my idea. You can do that too. But that gives you, like, you know, the 3 cms what they're using right now. So that gives you about an inch and a half, depending on where you're getting it from. So here he is with the KO Oversized. So the other KO Oversized that I have, KO Oversized Warmatron Bruticus. Now I think this thing is available everywhere. You can get yours. I think I overpaid. I think I paid like $140 for it. Now you can get them for like $110 or less. But I still don't regret. That's one of those things I don't regret purchasing. I think he looks good. Was never a fan of the Warmatron stuff, but these two look good together because they're both not exactly G1. I think Zeta nails G1 a lot better. I think I would like a recolored version of Zeta, I guess you could say, to make it look more G1-ish or just better. But anyway, I think that they look pretty good together. Superion, you suck. Here he is next to the G1 option. And as you can see, he dwarfs the G1 option. But that's not, I'm not doing a size comparison here. I'm doing a, wouldn't it be cool if we got a KO Oversized of G1 that was Masterpiece size and was only like $50? That'd be cool. I mean, to have this guy like this tall, that'd be pretty cool. You know what? I'd go in on G1 figures sized up to Masterpiece. But I mean, that's just me. I'm weird like that. Anyway, the animation followed the toy. So the toy's produced, the animation follows it, and this, aside from the chest upgrade, this doesn't match this. There's no chrome or even yellow pieces that in this section that belong, and it just doesn't work for me. But I still think Uranus is actually pretty cool, and it's growing on me like a fungus. Now for the main competition, you've got Zeta. Now with Zeta, they have their wings removable, and I have mine all removed from all the little holes where they go. I've removed my wings so that it's a streamlined piece. The set is ready to go. I'd even leave my nose cone out to make it more accurate from the cartoon, but it'll get in the way with articulation. So that's why you get rid of that nose cone, tuck it in there. But let's take a closer look at these two. Now with the Zeta being able to take it off there, these pieces can come off. Now I took these pieces off of the arm already, and they would go here and then like clip on, fold up, or whatever. But I wanted a cleaner look. So for that, I took them off already. I pre-took them off. I like a clean look. And even with something that maybe I won't even keep, or whatever, or that arm that I think sucks, I'm trying to make it look as good as I can. Now looking at the leg, this thing is clean. It's neat. And yeah, I left all the other stuff on here, mostly so I don't know which goes with which figure. But even if you take them all off, just the whole aesthetic, it is not a nice block like this. Zeta transforms into a nice little block. The other thing with this thing here is that it's lightweight, and everyone does complain Zetas are lightweight, but they're lightweight and they feel like they're not going to break. This thing, I am scared to death to move the ratchets on it, and it's because it's a knockoff, yeah, and it's because it was knocked off during a time that knockoffs weren't getting better. Like knockoffs are getting better right now. So in closing, I really want to say out with the old, in with the new. And I'm sure a lot of people will be dumping their TFC unless they want to stay in that scale. Like the original TFC scale was actually like up to here, so like yeah, up to like the Autobot symbol. So if that's all you want to do and you don't want to invest in these newer, bigger ones, then stay with that. And but this is a sign of the times. This is the past, and I'm moving to the future with some Zeta. So thanks for watching. Titanium Hanger out.